Hi, today we're going to talk about sports to introduce you the punctuation. First, we have a sentence. A sentence can be simple or complex. In a simple sentence, there's only an independent clause. In a complex sentence, there's at least one independent clause and one dependent clause. The independent clause. An independent clause is a complete idea. If there's no independent clause, the sentence is grammatically incorrect. With this clause, you don't have to add a coordinator or subordinator because there's no junction between two sentences. There's a little trick tip to identify an independent clause. Just try to remove the clause of the sentence and look if it's a grammatically correct sentence. For example, Bobby loves basketball. So we ask, is Bobby loves basketball is the independent clause? Yes, it is because if you try to remove it from the sentence, there's no more sentence. The dependent clause. A dependent clause is an interrupting phrase that gives additional information about the subject. You can remove it from the sentence and it will still be a grammatically correct sentence. For example, because football is a high violence sport, many players have concussions. So we ask, can we remove because football is high violence sports? If we do, the sentence will be many players have concussions. And it's a grammatically correct sentence, so it's the dependent clause.
Now the comma. You must put a comma when the dependent clause is coming first in the sentence. Example: because they love sports, Edward and Thomas play hockey every day. We can't remove it, so it's the independent clause. You also must put a comma after an introductory word, phrase, or idea. Example: first, swimmers take place on the starting blocks. When you want to separate three or more words, example: football player wear helmets, shoulder pads, and football shoes. You can put a comma before and. Coordinators. A coordinator can be used to put together two sentences. Always between two independent clauses. It's an obligation. You can join. It's not an obligation. You can join two sentences without a coordinator. There's a little trick for help us to remember coordinators. The trick is fanboys. It's for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Example: Emma practices every day, but she's not getting results. The first independent clause is Emma practices every day, and the second one is but she's not getting results. But is the coordinator. If you want to put two independent clauses together, you must put a comma before the coordinator. Subordinators. A subordinator is useful when you want to join two ideas together. Always in front of the dependent clause. It's not an obligation. You can have a dependent clause without a subordinator. After, although, because, before, even though, unless, when, and whereas are all subordinators. When coaches explain the game, everybody listens. When coaches explain the game is the dependent clause. Even if the dependent clause is coming first, you can put a subordinator in front of it.